A champion crown. That's much better. All right, so here we go. Our first angler up today is going to be Tyler Purcell, and he's representing the Angler's Choice Team Trail, and he lives in North Carolina. He's got 4 bass today. He had 112 yesterday. He's got a couple, 4 fish in there, 5 pounds, 5 ounces. He would like to get a picture, and he should be proud. Just making it this far, final day of the final tournament of the Bassmaster season is an achievement in itself. How about that? All right, Tyler, come on over here. Come on over here. All right, so I mean, you made it this far. So, at the beginning of the year, think back to the beginning of the year when you decided to fish the team trail, Angler's Choice Team Trail, and qualify for this event and how the season went. Did you ever think you'd be here on the final day?
Not at all. At the beginning of the year, we started off very slow. Had a lot of lost fish at the beginning of the year, but at the end of the year, we got it together. But the crazy thing is, we were alternatives to come here, and we had 1 week to get ready, and we packed the truck and just came on down and won the boat.
That's an awesome story. So I mean, so you all understand, each one of these team trails, they're tasked with deciding who their top teams are. They do that through a point system or through weight or whatever it is, and they're granted a number of slots in this tournament by how many people compete in their team trail. And so you just finished right outside that mark, and some team couldn't come, and so they went down the list, and you got to come and look where it made you. You got anybody you want to thank or say hi to while we got you up here?
I'd like to thank my father, Charles Purcell, and all my friends back at home, everybody that was watching, all the calls, support we got this week. Thank y'all.
All right, Tyler Purcell. Good job, Tyler. Thank you for fishing with us. All right. 1 down, 5 to go. Next up is Wendell Anderson from the Kentucky Bass Nation Team Trail. Not bringing us any fish, but there's a reason for that today. We'll talk about that. So you went out today and didn't bring us any fish, but you weren't planning on to bringing us any fish.
No, I went out cheerleading for my buddy. He found a big sack of fish, and I wasn't going to touch it.
I mean, and so how did you decide that? We talked a little bit about it. You know, your teammates all year long, and then you get to this point and we separate you and you have to fish. Did you decide something like whoever catches them the best on day 1 you're going to do, or did you decide this before day 1?
That boy puts in more effort and time than just about anybody on the lake. I let him have it. I thought it was his time, and he earned it.
That's a good job by you. You got anybody you want to thank or say hi to?
Yeah, Mom and Dad, Jackie Aronson, Teresa Aronson, and the hometown boys up there in Central City, and Owensboro Bassmore.
All right, congratulations, Wendell, on getting it this far. Great tournament for Wendell Anderson. All right, representing the Chattanooga Bass Association, Adam Dysart coming up. And they're from up in that Tennessee area where the Classic is. And you've got 5 bass. You had 11 pounds yesterday. You need 14.11 to take over this hot seat. 11 pounds, 3 ounces, 11.3. Not going to move you into first. They're going to put you in second place right now. Going to hold up a few for the camera. All right, Adam. Great year. I mean, you made it this far and had a fantastic year. And just tell us a little bit about your year.
Me and Jay, I can't remember how we did. Our tournament trail starts in February. We always struggle in February, so I'm pretty sure we didn't do good in February again. March, we may have started spiking a little bit. We almost won April, jumped off the winning fish in April. So we were second. Missed out on Triton bonus bucks too because the guys that won it had a Triton. No, that was May. Almost won May. Won June. We had 35 something in June, and just had one of those days that you don't happen very often. July, I think we did pretty dang good. Jumped off some big fish. I can't remember exactly all of them. We did a lot stronger this year later in the fall than we normally do. A lot of times around October and stuff it gets tough, but we did good enough to make the top 3 in points, and here we are.
Made it here, made the top 3 here, and then we separated you. So how did you all decide what you were going to do yesterday on day 1, strategy-wise?
Well, after yesterday, Jamie was the only one that really had a chance to possibly make it, so I just stayed out in the outskirts, and I put together a little measly limit this morning, and I stayed probably 100, 200 yards from him all day, and wishing the best for him, but it didn't pan out quite like we wanted today.
You got anybody you want to thank or say hi to?
Yeah, my parents, all my buddies that text and say good luck, and my wife.
Congratulations on a great tournament. Hope to see you back here next year. Good job. All right. 3 left. Next up, representing Angler's Choice, Clay Samples. This is your part of half of your champion team. Took home that Nitro Z20. The 225 needs, that one fish has got to be 11-11 to take over the lead. 1 pound 5 ounces 1.5. He did want to know if there was a small fish award. We might be able to find something there. Maybe, yeah. All right, not gonna be headed to the Classic, but you're the team series champions for a year. You get to come back to this event, automatic berth in the next year's event, so that's a good thing.
That's right. You know, we just thankful for what happened on day 1 and 2. Each day the weight went down about a pound per average on fish, so I figured it was going to be pretty much milked out for today. Today I stayed in Harris all day just searching, trying to find another one of those magical holes in the hydrilla. I think I found it the last 10 minutes, but had a couple bites right there and felt like a decent one. But I'd like to thank Taylorman Custom Lures again. The football head jig got us here. Throughout all the series at Angler's Choice, I'd like to thank Angler's Choice for hosting the event. You know, they do a lot of work and a lot of paperwork to get us into this position, and so I'd like to thank them and my wife and family back home.
Very good. Congratulations on the win. Team champion. There you go. Next year. We'll see you next year, Clay. All right. Whew. Now we're down to 2. And the hot seat is still open. You know what that means, Jamie? Yep. That means it's you or him who's going to the Classic. Bring him up. Chattanooga Bass Association Representative Jamie Copenhaver. The third had 21.6 yesterday. You need 4 pounds, 5 ounces to take over the hot seat, take over the lead. 12 pounds, 6 ounces, 12.6. There's your new leader with 33 pounds, 12 ounces. He is 1 angler away from the Bassmaster Classic. All right, Jamie. You've had a good week as well. I mean, all 6 of you have had a good week. You've got here, and that's an accomplishment in itself. And you're so close. You're 1 angler away from the Bassmaster Classic, possibly.
Yeah, it's been a great week here in Florida. When I found out this tournament was coming to Florida, you know, my goal this year was to try to make the top 3 in points in our division in the Chattanooga Bass Association, and we did. Come down here, gave it our all. The spot this morning, had it all to myself. Adam gave me plenty of space. Fish just didn't bite. I did catch quite a bit of fish today, but did have to cull quite a bit too because they were actually swallowing the worm that I was catching them on. But, you know, it is what it is. We spent the first 3 days idling around trying to find that mega school, and we found one and couldn't get the fire, and we really never went back to it. I did go grab it again on my way back in today, they were gone. So I know that pattern's slowly starting to kind of fizzle out a little bit. So there should have been more fish coming to us, but they did take a pounding this week.
Tell us a little bit. I know these guys out here probably want to hear exactly how you've been catching them this week. I haven't asked that much, but how'd you catch them this week?
Well, we've been throwing a chatterbait with a Strike King KVD caffeine shad, green pumpkin pearl belly trailer, and also throwing a Strike King KVD bullworm on a Texas rig with a 3/8 ounce hook in it. Because the wind got up, we throw the chatterbait. We were getting a lot of bites doing that. As soon as the wind started dying down, which started yesterday, they really wanted to drag a worm being drugged to catch them. So I did. All my fish today came on a worm. 4 of them yesterday came on a worm and 1 on a chatterbait. I actually got one made it bite yesterday. So I mean, it is what it is.
Any certain depth or fishing around the grass or outside the grass, or where were they at?
I'm fishing deep hydrilla. Most of it's growing out in 10, 12 foot of water. So, I mean, a lot of people were fishing the hydrilla on in shallower, and that kind of played a big factor in me and Adam's success this week, is fishing a little bit deeper, because the first 2 days we didn't have any company at all out on the patches we were hitting. A lot of people were moved up more in and fishing rattle traps and spinner baits, and, you know, people were catching some fish, but nobody had the quality that we did this week.
Got anybody you want to thank or say hi to before we crown the champion here?
Yep, I'd like to thank my wife for letting me do this, my mom, all my friends back at home, Chattanooga Bass Association, and all my sponsors, Strike King, Clear, Denali Rods, Power Pearl, Shallow Water Anchors. Thank you guys so much.
All right, we're gonna do this right now. I'm not gonna have you take the hot seat. I'm gonna have you stand right up here with me. We have one angler left. He's right over there. Matthew Robertson. Come on up here, Matthew, before you bag your fish. Let's talk to him a little bit, because it's going to get crazy. One of these 2 anglers is going to the Classic, so we're going to get our thank yous and all that out of the way first. So tell us a little bit about how you caught your fish this week, and you know, how you're feeling right now.
Well, whenever we came down here, we decided we were going to do what we're best at, and that's offshore fishing.